Jonathan, nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
You coming
You
in.
look great.
What a
I like
surprise.
the fresh cut that he had today too.
Jonathan's fresh cut, yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan, I need your barber.
So do I.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hello, other people. Krishnev, is
Christian?
it?
Christian? Yes.
Yeah,
Nice,
hi.
nice to meet you. And Alina,
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
And Raj is in here as
Oh,
well.
Raj. Okay.
Welcome in there, Ian. I
Hello,
was I was
hello.
wondering.
I
I
am
just,
here. I didn't know what was going on. My name's Ian, but
oh, hi, Ian.
how are
What's with
you?
that background, Ian?
I like my background. Okay. I Robot. It's a beautiful
Movie I,
movie.
Robot with Will Smith. Nothing
Amazing
wrong with
background.
that. I, Robot, you're watching with Will Smith, the robots from
Yeah.
with Will Smith. Yeah.
Ian
Love
always puts that in. Okay, welcome in everyone. Welcome in. I am recording the session again, so I'll be getting this for other people to also see and enjoy. All my emails were sent out, which is good. So we might have some more people jumping in as we go on. But today, my main thing, well, I would like to say, first of all, if you don't know me, I'm Marc-Anthony Jackson at Guhuza. But for today, in this weekly job search Q&A, I kind of want to change it up a little bit. I want to throw the questions back at you guys. We've been talking a lot about
Ooh.
visibility for the past few weeks. We've been talking about how to stay visible, how to get visible, everything like that. And instead of just talking to you guys as job seekers, I want to hear from you guys as job seekers today. And
Nice.
visibility is one of the biggest challenges in the market right now. Everyone knows that. Everyone's having trouble. A lot of people, very qualified people, are still struggling to find jobs in ABC everywhere. And the real question is, why are they being so overlooked? Right? So I want to start off with something simple. When you hear a phrase, when you hear a phrase like stay visible in your job search, what does that mean to you? Does it mean applying more, posting more on LinkedIn, networking, following up, talking to recruiters, keeping your resume updated? I don't know. I don't know. So I want to start off by posing the question to Ian because Ian, you've been doing a
Oh,
lot of outreach and a lot of you've been trying to stay all very visible. And even today, I
yes.
mentioned
Oh,
it
all the
earlier
time.
that we saw even from someone sharing their screen, your name was
Yeah.
at the
The
top
moment
of the
they went
list.
on, the moment they went on
Top
LinkedIn, I was
top of
right
the
there.
list.
It's consistency, being consistent. Make sure you're seen. Get out of that AI crap. Don't let AI make all your posts and everything. Let them assist you with your posts, but you need to do it. You need to be genuine. You need to be real. That's what people want to see. You just throw yourself out there. Like, be heard, be seen, and say yes.
Brian, I want to hear from you too. What are your thoughts on visibility and how people can get out there?
I think it's a combination of everything I've heard so far from Mark, Anthony, and Ian is being out there, letting people know what you're about, developing your brand. What is your brand? What do you want to be known as? Are you meeting with other people, letting people know that you're out there trying to find out what's going on in the industry? Are you going to professional association meetings? Are
You're a
you
walking salesman. You're selling yourself. You know what I mean?
100%?
So you need to
And
have that billboard on you. Everybody needs to see who you are.
yeah, we're all in agreement.
And Brian, I don't think I quite gave an intro for you. Who are you and what do you do?
Yes. So I know a couple of you already, but my name's Brian Epstein. I've been a career coach for well over 20 years, helping a lot of people who have gone through career transition or are looking for a new job, supporting them in all aspects of their work search. I am an accredited coach by the International Coach Federation, which is kind of like the legitimate governing body of coaches. And I've worked with people of all ages, of all demographics, from people that are just coming out of university, right up to people that are in mid-level in their performance or in their practice or in their profession, right up to senior level executives, helping them for people who want to make a change in their career or through no choice of their own have been downsized from organizations. So,
Hmm.
and on a personal note, I'm originally from Nova Scotia. I always like
Hey.
I always like to share that to people because people are interested, I find, in Nova Scotia. So I'm happy to share that.
It's
It's very
beautiful.
nice. It's
It
very nice
is.
out in Nova
Yeah,
Scotia.
yeah.
Never visited Nova Scotia.
You never been there, Jonathan?
Never been there.
And well, this is a prime example, Brian, because Jonathan is one of the people that you helped out in terms of referring him to me, getting him on board. And I want to hear from Jonathan too. How has that been? How is your experience through Brian, your experience through Guhuza, how you are doing right now?
Jonathan, I'll send you an e-transfer later, so make sure you answer properly,
Oh,
okay?
that's funny.
Okay.
Funny. Yeah. I would say good. I would say it's good. I am grateful. I'm grateful to Brian for for persuading you, Mark, and Mark Village for giving me opportunity to finally gain professional experience. So I'm grateful. Grateful for that. So yeah, I'd say yeah, a good thing. And and uh and I'm also grateful that I find supporting of of my disability, and so on, accommodations and all that. So I like, that's one of the things that I am grateful for. That's obviously very important. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you, Jonathan. I just want to say it was a pleasure working with Jonathan. You're lucky to have him at Guhuza. He's one of the nicest guys, nicest persons, and he's a very, very, very bright gentleman. So it was easy to work with. So he's always concerned about other people. And for that, it was just a pleasure to work with him. And I'm always glad to see Jonathan.
Thank you,
Hey.
Brian. I appreciate that. It was nice working with you
Yeah.
also. Thank
Okay, so we'll cross the e-transfers. Okay, no, I'm just.
Hey, how do I get in on this deal?
you.
This sounds
Now,
pretty sweet.
I might be someone in HR. I might be someone who just does this hiring stuff and talks to people all the time. But Brian he has the experience. He has the years of knowledge and helping people get to where they need to be in their careers. So I just wanted to thank Brian for that as well.
Yeah, no, no, it's great. It's great to be here, and I'm so happy to be part of. To anytime I get a chance to do anything with Guhuza. I mean, I know Mark for a few years now, and the other Mark, Mark Alesh. Now I know you. I think Guhuza is doing wonderful work to help so many employers and employees and matching them together. And it's got a very unique program that helps people. And it's there's nothing like this out there.
Pretty
I mean,
awesome, to be honest with you.
it is pretty awesome to
Yeah.
make immediate contact with other companies, or for companies to make contact with employees, and for employees to make contact with employers, and not have to wait to the whole process normally goes through. And these things can happen very quickly. So connecting employers and employees. So it's awesome. So happy to be here.
Hey, thank you so much, Brian. And I want to pose the question to anyone else as well. What have you been doing to stay visible? Krishiv, by chance, what have you been up to stay visible?
To be honest, I haven't done much. I just started my LinkedIn like properly this year, started taking it seriously, adding connections and stuff like that. But I'd love to start making posts about, like, for example, how my internship went here at Guhuza and, just stuff like that in the future.
Yeah. Brian, do you have any insights that you could give to Krishiv or people like Krishiv who are completing their internships, or like, they're completing their internships with school and they're looking forwards for the next opportunity?
Yeah, it goes back to what we were talking about before. We got to be out there. Sitting home and behind, the computer is comfortable, and we can do that late at night while we're watching our favorite TV, or our game on, or playing our game on our computer or whatever. But we got to be out there engaging with people, whether or not it's in part of a professional association, talking, if you're just graduating from school, making contact to your professors that you've had. And because a lot of these professors, depending upon what you studied, they may have been working in other organizations. So finding out what they have to say, finding out what the people at your at the universities or colleges that you've been to in your the main office, the chairs of the departments. So joining some associations at the college or university, but being out there and talking to people of your friends, your friends who've been a little older than you may have landed before, reaching out to other people that you've known all your life, your neighbors. I mean, I've heard of people saying, talking to your, it sounds funny, but talking to your dentist or you're a guy that you go get a haircut from or anything like that. You just don't know who they are meeting. And if you tell this is what my background is, and I'm looking to speak to other people who may have some other advice for me or insights or perspective, that's what you got to do. It's not like years ago when somebody was looking for a job, they hid. Oh, I can't tell anyone. It's a shame. It's,
Yeah.
I better hide away at home. These days you can't do that because we're all whether or not we're coming from university later on career, we're all going to go through some changes in our career, and it's just being open to talk to people and let people know that I'm out there and I'm interested in talking to you.
Now, Brian, if anyone wanted to reach out to you for help, advice, or anything like that, how would they get in contact with you?
Sure, I'd be happy to. They could contact me on my text me. My phone number is 647-528-9027. Or but make sure it's probably best to send me a text first. I said my number and now I'm probably going to get 100 million spam calls. So, or send me an email, brian.epstein, Epstein, at outlook.com. Brian.epstein@outlook.com. Or you could simply
Do
go
what
to
I
my
did. Go on LinkedIn.
you can find me on LinkedIn. Thank you, Ian. You can find me on LinkedIn or you can find me on my website, and that's epsteinsuccesscoach.ca.
I'm gonna link all your information in the chat for everyone to
Four ways
see.
to contact Brian.
Pardon me?
4 ways to contact you, Brian.
Four ways. Four ways. Or
Or
you could
phone number, LinkedIn, email, and your website.
That's great. Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan's my promoter, so this is great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, and I'm happy to have a complimentary meeting with anybody just to explore, find out a little bit about him, and we get to know each other. Let's see where you're at, and let's just leave it at that. And I love to have conversations to learn about, I learn from talking to people come from different backgrounds as well. So happy to chat with you.
That's amazing, Brian. Oh, and Fashad, did you just come in there, Fashad?
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh,
Hi,
for sure. How
Fashad.
are
Glad to
you?
see you again. Oh my God, it's been some time. I
Oh yeah,
just
you weren't
linked.
here last week,
Yeah,
were
you
you?
weren't here.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
was at the
link in the
You
chat.
weren't.
No, I
I was at
wasn't.
the truck world. It was pretty good.
Ooh, how did that
Nice.
event go?
Good. It was interesting. A lot of information, good networking. So got a lot of information. It was good.
That's
That'd be a really
another
good
key
network
point.
event for
That's
sure.
a very good point as well. I know you came in late, but that you make a very good point to what we've been talking about. Networking events. You can go out to these different events, job fairs, everything like that. There's many, many ways you could get in front of people and show them who you are. And, just really explain to people what you could bring to the table. And that's the way you're going to get your opportunity, visibility.
What
And
was that website the one week we spoke about?
Toastmasters,
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Prashad. That was a good one
You're
for
welcome.
Yes,
coming before.
definitely.
And for your information, Prashad, Brian Epstein is here. He is a career coach, and I linked his information in the chat there too. So if you want to get connected with him in any way, shape, or form,
Thank you.
all that information is down there as well.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you, Farshad.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
And we got some more people joining up. See people coming a little late. People coming a little late.
Oh yeah.
But let me keep going here. And another thing that I wanted to ask, well, not really ask. It's not to say that everyone has a bad resume. It's not to say that everyone is not the right fit. The market's just different nowadays. The reality is the market is just different nowadays. It's a lot of companies, I know I've been repeating this week in and week out, but I want to say it again. A lot of companies are looking for very, very specific fits, very, very specific
Yeah.
to fit the very, very specific need that they have in their company. They're not looking for someone with all this, all that, anything like that. They're just looking for very, very specific things. And Brian, I know
I agree with that 1,000%. They have specific what they're looking for, but even with that specificity, or if there's such a word, is also people want to build rapport. I always make the analogy, whether if you anyone here, if they own a house or if you're living in a house, if you or you want to buy a car, before you do anything, you want to speak to some people and let them ask them, hey, do you know anyone that you would recommend? And it's the same thing when you're looking for a job. You want to develop relationships with people, rapport with people. So when there is an opportunity that comes up, people will be able to say, you got to speak to that Mark or Farshad or Krisha because, or Ian or Jonathan. I don't want anyone to feel left out, but I want to speak to them so that I'll feel comfortable and I'll be able to. I can refer them. So it's building that rapport with them, and that's the trust. I mean, we can all hide behind our computer, send messages, but we do have Zoom meetings, but if we can meet someone for a coffee sometimes or in person to develop that rapport and feel that person feels that trust and they will be able to refer you. They might not have something for you now, but they may be able to refer you at a later time.
Genuine connection, basically, right?
Genuine
Exactly.
connection. Has anyone seen some success from this? I know, Ian, what was your LinkedIn at now? From when you started to where you are at now?
Okay, so within 2 months, like I just started my LinkedIn back up. I only had about, I'd say, 20 connections. When I started back up 2 months ago, I'm now at 755 connections or something, or maybe even more than that now. But yeah, it's just been moving, and it's just because I'm out there. I'm making sure I'm seen. You know what I mean? I'm playing the algorithm. I'm being consistent. It's just all about that, Like the biggest thing too, like even my daughter, she's entry level, and a lot of people aren't looking for entry level workers. This is where networking comes into play for the entry level workers. You need to network. You need to build that. You need to meet people. You get your name out there. That is how you're going to get these entry level roles, right? You're going to get these roles being entry level, but they're not considered entry level roles. You know what I mean? Because word of mouth, you get around, man. That's word of mouth is huge.
Your mouth is definitely huge.
Definitely.
I want to also hear from, I guess, Raj. How are you doing, Raj? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you
How
doing?
how has it been working out for you? I'm doing fantastic. How has things been working out for you in terms of job
It's been
hunting?
fine. Yes, it's been fine, and I've been looking, I've been connecting people. I was also like in the same position as Ian before. Like he said, like I had like 20, 10 connections or 30 connection, I don't know. But now I have more than 100 connections. So it's been going well. Yeah, it's
Okay,
been a
great.
process.
And
Mark, I have a question for you.
go right ahead.
Are you sending out these invitations to guys only, or where are all the ladies?
No, Alina's there. Atika's there. There's
Oh,
a
I'm
there's
sorry.
14 people in here.
I don't see the other people.
Yeah, if you
Sorry.
if you hit that, you'll see the participants on the right side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Princey's here as well.
I just thought it was an all men's group. Okay. No. Okay. Okay.
That actually raises a good question. Why don't we ask some of the ladies what's going on in their job search? I want to pose the question to Princey. How are you doing, Princey?
Oh, we'll put
Yes.
her on the
Hi,
spot.
good afternoon, everyone. So it's pretty going good. I'll be finishing my internship soon, and my background currently is in marketing. But I wanted to ask Brian, like, being in Nova Scotia, would you prefer for the students who are graduating and don't have any experience back home or not even here should move to some smaller provinces or should stay in bigger cities which like where there are much competitions or like what would you suggest?
Yeah, just to clarify, I hope you realize I am in Toronto right now,
Oh, okay.
but my heart is still in Nova Scotia. Okay. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Nova Scotia, I'm not here promoting it, although it might sound like I am. Um, okay, but it is a beautiful province, and I do think I've had clients that have decided to move across the country. I mean, sometimes people come from different cultural backgrounds and they think, oh, I got to be in Toronto because that's where my cultural background is. But if you're
Hmm.
willing, there's people that, I mean, for example, when I left Nova Scotia years ago, there weren't many South Asians there. There have been many South Asians that have moved to Nova Scotia over the last little while. And there are opportunities across the country. Some provinces are doing more promotions from the government to try to help people to, they're giving promotions to businesses to hire people. If you're in another province, I've heard of, I think a few years ago, Saskatchewan was doing something
Yeah,
like that.
even in Prince Edward Island, like, yeah, they do have those nonprofit organizations which like help people from the start, like building resume and everything, finding good job. And
Yeah.
yeah, but like being in Toronto and having bigger competition, like it's really hard to find.
Yeah. I think if you're open to it and your
Hmm.
family or you are open to it, I would say explore it as much as possible. I mean, and the cost of living, there are advantages of living in Toronto. I don't want to poo-poo Toronto right now. I don't want
Yeah.
anybody to come after me and say you're saying bad things about Toronto. I'm not saying, but living in another province, there are a lot of advantages of it, and
That
even the
concrete jungle can be pretty expensive.
exactly. And
Yeah.
the cost,
And
yeah,
at
the
the
cost of living and the cost of housing for sure, 100%. Yes.
So at the same time, with this huge competition, like what would you suggest for like people who are non-experienced in their own field? So how to look for a job and compete with the people who are much experienced?
Right. I mean, I think, did you go to university in Toronto or
Yeah,
Canada?
I went to George Brown College.
Okay. And did the George Brown offer you? I used to teach at George Brown, by the way.
Oh,
But I was in another department. But did you, or I don't know what department did you graduate from? I should ask you.
digital media marketing is like
Okay.
business. Yeah.
And did you go, did they have a co-op for you or?
Yes, currently I'm doing co-op from Guhuza. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes, of
Yes.
course. Okay. So that's wonderful that co-op and to be find out what the alumni association has. I mean, you're graduating from there soon, I guess. Are you from George Brown?
Yes.
Okay, so I would find out what the alumni is. I would again reach out to the college, the talk to your professors, as I mentioned before, talk to
Hmm.
your own department to see what other help that they can provide. I would like I had another college graduate a few years ago, was from Humber, and he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to find a job." A year before he graduated, he went to an association. He was in supply chain. And I suggest you go into a supply chain association, let yourself be known there, even if you like if you volunteer at a professional association and they see that you're volunteering, people will feel, I got to help this lady or this gentleman. Look at all the time they're putting in for us. I'm not suggesting volunteer like you're doing a placement right now and you're volunteering X amount of hours. It could be 1 hour or 2 hours, but let them know, get involved and go to some of the meetings. And that's when people will start recognizing, look at this motivated young person who's coming in and trying to learn from us. And let's see if we can help her or him as well. And then ask them, him or her at these organizations, ask them, can I set up a meeting with you? I'd love to learn a little bit
Mm.
more what you're doing. Do you have some time to speak with me?
Yeah.
So that I think the key is it all goes back to what we were talking about before, being involved. But yes, this is what you as a young person starting out, and somebody's going to recognize talking to some of these people. Hey, look what she can do, and let's give her a chance. People will recognize that she's really volunteering hard within this professional association. Also, looking at there's if you're in Toronto or wherever city you are across North America, find out where they might have a volunteer association that you can do. Find out maybe it could be the Cancer Society or some other education or whatever you're interested in, and see if they might have a need for a digital media, whether you're in New York City or San Francisco or whatever. So that
Yeah.
so it's just that again, it's making those contacts and reaching out and saying that, I'm here, but I'm interested in seeing if I can help your organization.
Mm.
And that's the benefit. I mean, I had a client, just to share with you, a few years ago. He was here. He was in North America. He wanted to go to Australia. He reached out and started to reach out to other people and sending messages. This is what I do. I'm interested in what you're doing in Australia. Within a short period of time, he left North America and found an opportunity within a few months. I'm not suggesting everybody go to Australia from Nova
Yeah.
Scotia to Australia now, but I
That's a
am
big move.
suggesting,
Oh
yeah,
boy.
Yeah. I do understand, like it's an example, yeah.
Yeah,
Like how connection can help. Like
connection will
maybe
help.
volunteering, yeah.
And in your case, you have some experience. So I think they're going to recognize that as well.
Hmm.
Hmm,
Yes.
Thanks for a great question.
that was a
No,
Thank
fantastic
you.
really good.
Thank you.
question.
It really helped me though.
Okay,
Hmm,
great.
Brian, very good information. Thank you for
that's
that.
very good
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Thank you.
I also want to pose Atika. Are you there as well? I want to hear from Atika from your angle of things. Hi, Atika. How you doing? How has your job search been?
Yeah, I'm mostly looking on Indeed. But yeah, I'm still looking for a job in administration, and I have a background in customer services as well. And yeah, one more thing, I just listened about supply chain. I'm also interested in supply chain.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to know more about the associations that Brian talked about. That where can I find these associations to work as a volunteer?
Yes. I'm gonna use the easy way out right now. I'm gonna say either go to ChatGPT or Google, and that's what I did with this gentleman that was a client, and find a professional association, whatever city you are in North America, and find out and ask them, hey, I would love to come to your association. I'm just in your case, are you just graduating from school, or you have a few years experience?
I just graduated
Right.
from Saint Kateri,
Yeah.
but that there I learned administration,
Okay.
office administration. Actually, I had previously done MBA in supply chain management,
Oh, wow.
so a little bit experience I have.
Good.
I did some internships in supply chain, so in purchasing, in procurement, I have a little bit experience.
Okay. Well, in your case, it sounds like you did it in another country. Is that correct? Your master's, correct?
Yeah, right.
Right. There may be some, you might want to look, it depends what your status is. Everybody's different. There are some bridging programs that help people that have worked in different professions from other countries when they come to Canada. That's one way of getting into your field. But another way, again, I mean, with your background, it's just a matter of making some more contacts and maybe reaching out to some associations. So I would look up Administration Association. I would look up Supply Chain Association and see when they have a meetings, whether or not it's online or in person. Then try to meet some of these people and ask, can I meet with you afterwards? I'd love to learn a little bit more what you're doing and get some of your advice of, what other suggestions do you have for me who wants to get into this industry here in the city whatever city that you're in, United States or Canada or wherever else in the world. So that's what I would try to do, because if you get out there, if you just apply for a job, apply. I think we all know, every time you apply for a job on Indeed, you could be I always say you can be the Pope, Mother Teresa, the best musician in the world, or the best sports figure all in one person. You still might get passed over because
You're still not
because
good enough.
you're still not, because it's who, all those people together may not know who the decision maker is. So and that's why Guhuza is great, because it's a great way to connect with people. But then there's other ways to connect with people as well, and let people know what you're all about. And I want to help you, whether or not it's in this association or somewhere else. It's making those connections. Does that make sense, Atika, or not?
Oh, yeah, yeah, perfectly fine. I got it. I'm in Mississauga, by the way. And yeah, I'll try to reach out these association. I would love to.
Yeah, I think that could be helpful. And
Hey,
people will
Brian.
recognize that.
Oh,
Look what,
sorry.
yeah, no, sorry. People just repeating, people will recognize. Look at this Atika, what she did. She joined us. She went out of her way. She met with us. It looks good on you. No question about it.
And
Sorry, Ian,
Ian,
go ahead.
I don't know if can you see the chat? Do you have the chat pulled up at
Oh,
all?
I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at the
We have
chat.
a question from Rohan here.
and Raj.
Rahinver, how can I, as a high school student interested in entrepreneurship, get my first clients for a business where I sell websites to small businesses? And what are the best ways to find customers and promote myself when starting out. I assume, Rohanver, that if you wrote it down, you don't want to speak out. But if you're willing to put on your mic to ask me, I'd be interested what you're doing so far. If not, send another message. I mean, again, it is reaching out to your contact list. I mean, you're in high school, you got a lot of friends who are not as good, may not be as good in what you're doing, making websites, to reaching out to them, reaching out to their parents, reaching out to your own parent, whoever's taking care of you, and to see if they may have contacts as well. So you're reaching into everybody's contacts and see if they have other contacts that you can get the word, get the word out there that you're doing this, and sharing your experience, sharing the website, what you're capable of doing. I think that's the best way to, that's one idea I have, but I'd be curious about anyone else here today. Does anyone else have any other ideas to share to Rohanver?
I mean, in my mind, it
To
always goes
network.
right back to networking and
That's
staying
it.
visible. You just
Social
need to be
media.
visible.
And
Social
you know what?
media.
It's social media, yes, but LinkedIn is a very business-derived social media
Mhm.
compared to the other ones where it's like personal stuff and everything like that. Advertise yourself on LinkedIn and just get out there, connect with people. You know what I mean?
I
Right.
find that places like even Instagram, just promoting yourself
Yeah.
there, because
Yep.
the minute someone's done with work, what are they doing? Scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah.
And it depends on who you're trying to attract, of course, but that might be a good way to reach people as well.
And with stuff that Rowan does, like that'd be a good thing. Like clips and that on Instagram, you know what I mean? You could do little clips or little posters, you know what I mean? Pictures up there. You can design all that. And I've seen some of the work he does. So.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say, I mean, you could pick an industry. You're a high school student, but you don't have to advertise, "Hey, I'm a high school student." You could say, "I have experience doing this, making websites." And if you could get a customer in one industry, and then you have that to leverage to other people in the same industry, or whether or not it's a doctors or nurse or not dentists or accountants, and say, if you can get one website that you develop for one of those clients, and then you can be able to leverage that and tell that to other people when you're trying to grow your business, that builds credibility. Look at this guy, Rohanver, he's already built it for this people. Maybe offer it to do it, maybe do a complimentary one for find an association, because whether or not it's an association of dentists or accountants or ever, they like you, they're going to refer you to other people. So it's going to grow from there. That one volunteer of building one could be helpful to you.
And you can use that towards advertisement as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So another question from Raj. How would you balance your CV in a way that you could represent both what they expect to see, what they look for, and what you want others to see? Oh, beautiful
Ooh,
question.
good question.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Well
I,
done.
I didn't even have a coffee today, Raj. Yeah. But I think
Man.
yeah, I mean, I think it's good that you recognize that you got to get out there and share what you have, what they're looking for. You want to make a match. But if you have something in your background and you think, wow, look what I've done. I was, I'm not saying everybody has to be the best karate player, the best hockey player or anything, but if there's something that you've done, whether or not it's in sports or theater, music, entertainment, or a hobby that you've done, and you want to share that, especially for people starting out, and maybe you've done a volunteer something, you've led a group of young kids doing something, people want to see that you've got a sense of responsibility and you're out there you're helping other people. If you can build that in there, it also it's a discussion point when you get to the interview, and and it may catch the eye. I mean, you also have to consider what's the thing that I'm going to pick that may not, I don't want to pick something that people are, it's too controversial. So you might want to stay away from politics or stay away from something that's going to give a bad impression. But so pick something that you think could have, if you have something that might be of interest. I don't, that you think other people might like. So there is sharing what the organization's looking, and then it's a fine line. But if you can get something out there that people may be interested, I think go for it. I don't know if that answers your question, Raj, but
Yeah,
feel free to.
that answers my question. That's good. Thank you.
Okay, great.
I have on my own resume, I have projects that I've done for different YouTube channels and stuff like that. I like to mention that because it might not be exactly related to what I'm doing, right? But
Right.
I still think it's good to represent and show that I'm still out there doing different things. I'm learning, I'm gathering information. So that's
Showcase your
my little
successes
piece.
and victories, right? Just
Exactly.
showcase it.
Showcase it. And
Great.
Princey, I saw your hand raised again. Did you want to mention something else, Princey?
No, I just wanted to add in for the Rohanveer, like he's in the high school, so like is it okay for him to like promote it in his own high school and help students?
Yeah.
Like some students might want to build website or something, or maybe professors can connect with him via his advertisement or posters. Like, is that a right way, or
I
I'm not sure.
I think that's a great idea, but you may want to check with the school principal or something.
Make sure it's allowed.
I don't
Yeah.
want him to get in trouble for advertising,
Yeah.
and then the next thing he's in the principal's office for the wrong reason. What are you doing? So letting them know and getting their permission, that may be good. Or speaking to the computer teacher at the school. I
Yeah,
don't
or
think my
maybe in the group chat. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, I don't think my principal would allow
Yeah.
would he allow that? So that means he would allow that. Is that
Ooh.
right? He would allow that. Would
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 not. He
not.
would
not.
Ah.
not. Oh, okay. Rohan very had us all there for a second.
Darn it.
Well then, I mean,
Or how
you
about
could.
Facebook Marketplace? Like,
Facebook Marketplace or Rohinver, do you belong to any sports team or any extracurricular activities? Any other things? Because not at the moment, but if you have in the past or you have an interest, like maybe there's what do you have an interest of anything? Sports or anything like
IT?
that?
Must be
Yeah.
an IT club in the school, probably.
Yeah,
Music.
but if sorry, Jonathan?
I was gonna say another thing like music. In high school, I know like playing musical instruments, a band. I think yeah, and things like that. Yeah, musical
Yeah.
based things.
So then you could reach out to some of the music. Once you do one school in the music department, maybe they got some music concerts coming up. Go to the music teacher. I could make your website. Then you could take that and market it to other music departments at other
mm,
schools and say you just made it for a ABC school. So it's something to keep in
I know
mind
you
as well.
said Facebook and Marketplace, but a better idea than Marketplace is to search for groups. Like,
yeah.
look for like people that you know that are right in the avenue where you want to be.
Yeah,
Surround yourself with the success of where you want to go.
100%.
And Prashad, I see your hand raised. You got some questions cooking up. You always
Ooh,
do
he's
got
always
some
got
good
something
questions.
good.
Yeah.
No,
Uh-oh. Now you got
no,
me
no.
worried.
No.
Oh, okay.
What helped me was getting out of my comfort zone was attending the local board of trade meetings, right? When you're
Yes.
meeting business, it's honestly, when I started getting into the workforce, it was tough for me to get out there. You're meeting people who are running a small organization, and that face-to-face engagement is what actually gave me that confidence and get me, figure out exactly where I want to go. Having a generic business card, done my MBA, this is my cell phone number, and just, nowadays people have the QR code as business cards, but I mean, for me, sometimes I think old business cards, just handing it out there does make a difference. So I just
Oh
put it
yeah.
on the group over there, local board of trades. They have monthly breakfast meetings. You get there, some handshakes, face-to-face interaction. You meet 10, there might be one person that might say, you know what, oh, you know what, you are something that might click, right? There's an opportunity there. So that's another way going away from the social media, but more about getting in the field and getting out there.
Yeah, great
I've had a few
idea.
businesses that allowed me to put like business cards on their counter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people come in shopping, whatever they see it, they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is pretty. I could
Yeah.
use this." There you go. There's another way.
And you could do that
Absolutely.
everywhere at any
Exactly.
business too. Like you
Yeah.
could go
Even
into
just,
your
you know what? When you're walking around, just throw business cards on random spots. People are gonna see that and pick it up and be like, "Oh, look at this." You never know. It just takes that one person to see your business card, then that could just open every door for you. Right?
Ironically enough, I do have a story about that. I went to
Oh,
Yorkville Mall, I think
Yorkdale.
Yorkdale Mall.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
I left my car, I went inside, I came back outside, I saw that there was a business card on my car. I was like, who put this business card? Now it
Under
was
the
something
wiper. Yeah.
exactly right under the wiper. And it was for something I wasn't very interested in, but I could see other people being interested in it. It was for it was something weird, like psychological
Oh,
help or something
yeah.
like that.
And
But
they're just running through an area, just sticking on every car.
I
Someone's
think I
gonna
still
land.
might have that
Like
somewhere in my wallet. So like I could
it's
say
gonna hit
it's
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah.
It's always around. And one other thing I wanted to mention as well. Oh yeah, that's the main thing there about that. Like I'm looking in my wallet right now. I have business cards from everywhere that I just
Got
no matter where I get it from, I
my
just keep
wall is
them
so
because
thick with business cards.
you never
Not
know.
bank cards and stuff. No business cards.
You
So
never know.
Mark, your message is that you have a messy wallet. Is that
I
what you're trying
do
to
have a
tell us?
messy wallet, but I have people's contact. Like even here, I got from a job fair I went to, I got the business card for a police
Police.
officer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So from the Peel region, someone offering digital marketing services as well. So I have all these references and contacts that I could always go back to if I need to for
I won't
anything.
lie. I was talking to a police officer yesterday after the event, and he even scanned this. He scanned
See?
this and went to Guhuza. It was for his kid or something like that. You know what I mean? But like, there you go. He scanned it and went to Guhuza so he could save the site for his son. You know, like there you
that's
go.
great.
Just
Like,
advertise any way you can. You're just advertising yourself. So any way you can get yourself out there, get your name out there in a positive way, do it.
and it could be digital and it can be physical. Like the ways Fashad was saying too, these networking events that you could go to physically, meet the people, shake their hands,
Yes.
look them in their eyes, just tell them who you are. And you don't have to walk around like you're trying to sell them anything. You just have to kind of meet them where they are, meet them as a human being.
Exactly.
And a lot of these associations have chapters everywhere.
Yeah.
In
Right.
your city, wherever you are in Canada, the United States, or wherever in the world, there will be a local chapter. So you don't necessarily have to travel all across the city. You could find a local chapter. So you might want to find if there's something closer by in some cases. But people will respect and appreciate, hey, look at he went out of or she went out of his or her way to come to our meeting tonight. I like that. I want to meet with him or her.
Now, Brian, I got a question for you. I got one cooked up for you as well.
Oh my
Um,
God. You don't like the wall. You don't like that wallet line. You're getting back at me now.
one thing that people kind of have a struggle with a lot, and I've seen this before too, they don't know how to explain themselves. They don't know how to say what they are, who they are, what they can do. Even if you came out kind of university, a lot of people
Right.
don't know how to explain themselves. Is there a way that, you could help people, or if there's a way that people
Yeah.
should be able to explain themselves?
Well, a 30 to 45 second, it depends. I mean, they call it an elevator pitch for a reason because you get on the elevator on the ground floor, you only have so many floors. Someone asks you what you're doing to share. So sometimes your elevator pitch may be a little bit shorter than if you're in a building that has 30 floors. So you're not going in to say, well, in 2020 to 2021, I did that. They want to say, I have a background working in this. I have skills and experience working in this area. For the last 2 years, I've been focused on helping organizations develop these systems or developing a new process to work on. I'm really a diligent or I'm really conscientious and I'm devoted to really committed to doing what I can to help organizations do that. And I would love to have a chance to talk with you a little bit more, but keeping it to 30 to 40 seconds. And then they can always ask the follow-up question. But it's good to take your time to what are you trying to get across? And I didn't say in that little thing, I have a university degree in that or have a specialization in that. But come up with your 30 to 40 seconds, what you want to focus on that you think that they're going to be interested about your skills, your experience, maybe anything else that you think would be of value to that person or organization.
Now, in
We call that like
terms
an
of
icebreaker,
and
right?
like an icebreaker,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in my field, talking to people and everything like that, one thing that keeps happening is I've heard this time and time again. How do you practice this? Like, how do you practice your elevator pitch? Because a lot of people are just kind of stuck at that. Like, how am I able to practice this? How do I tell the right people? How do I do this? Do you have any advice on that part as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to, I think the best thing is that to realize, unless you're even the most outgoing person in the world, still has, got to figure out how they're going to be at a certain situation. So, I myself, if I've gone to I don't know if this is what you're talking about, going to an association, but or something like a meeting like that, I like hanging out by the cheese table. Not only do I love cheese, but it's a great starter to start a topic. You know, what cheese do you like here? I mean, if you can make a conversation with that, or you know, people love to talk about themselves. Did you have did you have a good day today? Did you any did you have difficulty getting here, or do you know anything about the speaker who's going to be speaking tonight? I mean, finding a small little question can go a long way to start a conversation. Obviously, some people are going to react more and they're going to be more, just like anything, some people are going to talk more. But, you know, finding something small to make, as you say, an icebreaker to start the conversation and talk about something small, not go right in, you know, hi, I'm Brian, I'm looking for new work. Yeah, because then that way, you know, people are okay, you know, this guy is jumping on me right away. You know, I gotta warm up. You gotta develop a
You
little bit
don't
of a
want to be
rapport with
aggressive, right?
yeah, and you gotta develop a rapport with this person, whoever it is. And this works for personal or professional. You people want to talk about themselves, you want small things to talk about, respectful, but carrying on that nice conversation. Does that
I'll meet
Practice
answer
you
your
at
makes
the
question?
dessert
perfect.
table, okay?
Yes,
Because
it does.
I'm lactose intolerant. So
Okay, so more cheese for me. Okay, thanks, Ian. Okay,
Practice makes perfect. I mean, that's really that's the core of it. Just practice, practice, practice. Go out
Ye-
there, start making those conversations happen.
yeah.
Start pitching yourself.
And even when you're meeting someone one on one, hey, I would love to, thanks for meeting with me today. I'd like to know a little bit more. You know, people love to talk about themselves. Tell me, I'd be interested in learning a little bit more about your career, what you've done, or if you meet somebody, it's just like you meet someone on the street. I mean, we're lucky. The warmer weather's here right now. People are outside. And people are saying, how's your day going? People are more engaged right now as opposed to, I mean, some of us are in cold climates. Some of the people, that are listening or watching this may be in warm climates all lucky year round, so they're lucky. But we people that are in the cold climates, when we get to the warm, it's great to connect with people. Hi, how are you? How's your day? The weather's great. I mean, we can always find something small to talk about the weather, about, whether your favorite hockey team or baseball or basketball, what they're doing, or something about music, whatever it is your interest. If you find the person that's got a similar interest, make a discussion with him or her about that.
we don't talk about weather anymore with Mark, eh?
I'm
Okay.
currently in the Caribbean, so they're very upset that
We
I'm
don't talk about weather.
that my weather is very nice all the time.
They
Oh,
called for
really?
snow the other night in Woodstock. So
Are you there for a while, Mark?
Yes, I'm gonna be here for a while.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I'm in Trinidad and
I'm
Tobago.
here now. Yeah.
It's nice. I can't complain too much. I can't. The
I'm
weather's
back
nice.
home and that's it. This is where I stay.
Based on everything that we've talked about today, I just want to ask one more useful question. And that question is, if job seekers only had time to do 3 things per week to stay visible, what should those 3 things be?
Well, set up a plan, a strategy, what you're going to do, and you got to if you figure out your day, how much time you're going to spend on each thing each day. What am I going to spend on? How am I going to engage with more people? Is it going to be joining an association? Is it going to be setting up some meetings with people? So it all comes back. I don't know. I mean, then we can work on everything else, your resume letter, cover letter, LinkedIn, and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing, it comes down to how to make a plan, how to be engaged, how to engage with people one on one, how to set up meetings, how to go to professional associations, or those are the ideas that I'm coming up with.
And
Learn
these
how to
these
step out
things
of your comfort zone.
get out of your
Yeah,
comfort zone too.
That's
But
it.
these
exactly.
things don't take a whole day to do, right?
No.
You could do it 30 minutes a day, an hour a day. A lot of people still feel that they have to be the candidate, the marketer, the networker, the content creator, the researcher all at once just to land an opportunity.
Well,
And
yeah, and actually, you just gave me another idea. What I sometimes tell people, if you find other people who are looking for work, I've heard of people set up like a group that you meet once a week or once a month or once every 2 or 3 weeks. So you feel that you have that support of other people that are going through the same thing. I call someone mentioned before, Farshad, I think he said about going into
Yeah.
the board of trade, but having your own board of trade and where you could have different people, different professions getting together, because then you can be sharing, hey, I might know somebody that you may want to meet, or that person might have something. You can share your secrets to each other. So and it's a support because it can be lonely. I think it's important to get out there and have that support, that group that can help you during this transition.
Most definitely. Oh, and I just see that Prince, he did put something in the chat there. That does look like the Toronto Region Board of Trade. That is the proper website, I believe.
Right.
So you can go there and
But we're
network.
Guhuza's all over.
Guhuza's all over. And
Exactly.
the main thing about Guhuza, we're trying to make that connection. We're trying to put you in front of the person hiring, whoever that could be. It could be the business owner sometimes. It could be just a random admin person. You never know who you're going to be speaking to.
Our
But
office
they're
is
the
wherever we
ones
want it to be.
exactly. It's whenever, wherever. I say it. I've said it again before, but I want to say it again too. I've interviewed people while they're on the beach. I've
Right.
interviewed people while
No
they
doubt.
like they've been driving down the road and they saw the ping come in and they're like, oh, let me pull over and
I
quickly
was
see what's
driving
going
when
on.
you interviewed me.
See? Like there's ways, well, with Guhuza at least, there's ways to just be seen, be heard. And I think everyone should be signed up to Guhuza if you're not already.
Oh,
But
yeah, obviously, yeah.
For
yeah, that's my thing.
for employers and employees, I
For
think it's
employers and employees.
Yes, definitely both.
exactly.
There's a
Because
lot
it
of
makes it
benefits on
easier
both
all
sides.
the way around, for employers and the seekers as well. Like it's game changing when you can have a match like that. Like someone's essentially doing your legwork for you in the background. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're job searching for you. You just make yourself an account, and then all the employers that we have behind us have access to that resume. You know what I mean? So, man, the opportunities, it starts becoming endless at that point.
Exactly. I think, well, we're about 5 minutes, 4 minutes till 3, so I want to
Oh, Addie's
leave
gonna
it
be mad.
open
So
to anyone.
Ian and all the people that are here, Ian, I think Mark is making his plan to go to the beach right after this conversation right now. That's
No,
what
no,
he
no, no. We're
no.
gonna go back to another call, and I'm gonna keep him stuck in his office. I'm his assistant, so I'm with him like all day long on camera. He's not going to no beach right now.
Well, I could put the background up and you won't know.
You wouldn't. I would too. No, I'd see the sun beating off your forehead.
And I'll open up to anyone right now. Anyone got anything else you want to mention to Brian, to me, to anyone else in here? Any other questions, any other thoughts that you might have?
I never saw Shanika before. Shanika, did you just join or you were here
Shaniqua.
before? Shaniqua,
Oh,
sorry.
Shaniqua. How are you
Oh,
doing,
she
Shaniqua?
hasn't been here the whole time.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just listening.
Oh, you are.
I'm new, so I'm just listening.
Do
Okay.
you have any thoughts on your job search? How has your job search been, Shaniqua?
I'm getting into it, as Crystal said earlier, about I wasn't really on the LinkedIn, so I'm just trying to build now my connections and stuff now. But I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna make those connections. I connected
Yeah.
with Ian yesterday. I connected with
Yeah.
trying to connect with some more people, that stuff.
It's connecting on LinkedIn, but then it's going that next step
The follow-up.
afterwards.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Yes,
actual
yes.
genuine connection where you're in their inbox and you're having a
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
That's what you
Okay.
want. Every time you make a connection, send them a
Okay.
message. Hey, thanks for the connect. You know what I mean? Like it's
Okay.
great to connect and network. And
And
then
not
boom,
I
here's a
did send a
conversation.
connect to Brian, but I didn't send like a message. So I probably have to send a message
who
after
to Brian? Did you
to
say?
you. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't check it. I'll have to go check that
Yeah,
out.
when
Oh,
you
I'm still
send it
waiting
in
for
the
him to
chat,
accept mine
I
too, so
add
don't
it.
worry.
Okay. Okay.
Brian, you're gonna get quite a couple of
We're
people
waiting on you,
adding you on
Brian.
LinkedIn.
You better hurry
I'll
up.
be checking that. Okay.
And I want to share Brian's information once again in the chat. So if anyone is interested, if anyone wants to connect with him, reach out to him, get his advice on anything, you can always check that out in the chat there and, connect with him. This entire thing is about connection, it's about visibility. And Brian is a wealth of information, a wealth of information that I think could be a very good resource for anyone in here.
I
Thank
just
you
want to
so
say real
much.
quick, I'm looking at LinkedIn right now, and Guhuza, our account there, put up a post for yesterday for our the job search event. And it was just me and Mark Belay standing there and him doing a bit of a presentation. And right now, like there's 22 people, 23 people that have reacted to that. Like that
Ooh.
thing's gonna get some serious traction. And that's just something genuine. We're out networking and we take a snapshot while we're there. Boom, make that into a post. That's genuine.
Ooh.
That's what people want to see.
We had someone the other week. Who was it that came on? Amit, I believe. He came on. He
Yeah.
started posting that he was going to these events, and he started getting more and more traction as well. And
Yeah.
it's something real. It's something genuine. He's just meeting people, tagging them, thanking them for the opportunity to speak to
Well, an
them, and just
instructor from Trios, whatever, was talking to her class and mentioned my name after she saw the presentation. Next thing you know, I got someone on my LinkedIn saying, "Hey, my teacher was talking about you." I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what? You're in class for what?" Like,
Oh,
small world,
Jonathan's
man.
hands up. I didn't
Oh,
see Jonathan has something to say. Do you, Jonathan?
Yes, I do have a question to ask.
ooh.
So there's a visibility because obviously social media is a big that's a big way. I have a question about LinkedIn. It's something I've always wondered. Since LinkedIn is a professional social media platform, when it comes to like videos of ourselves, and not like this one, like this group one we're doing every week, but like of ourselves, like what I don't have to be professional, but obviously, given nature of LinkedIn, but what like how you describe it? Like what type of video, if we decide to make videos of ourselves doing something obviously professional matter, what should it be about like to post on that's appropriate or whatever to post on LinkedIn, for the lack of that's I've always wondered that.
Whatever makes you you, whatever can be genuine, just be real. Hey, there's no saying what's proper to make a video of. You know what I mean? It's you're just showcasing yourself. So just don't be too aggressive.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And just if you're gonna make a video, like I don't see a lot of people make videos, to be honest with you, even on
Oh
LinkedIn.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably
Very odd.
yeah.
Like the very odd time you'll see it, but it's a lot more like pictures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
people don't a lot of time don't stop for videos. They see a picture, they read a quick caption, and they move on.
Brian,
Right?
what do
So
you think about
that's
that
where the
too?
hook is. That's where your hook is your picture, and
Yeah.
your first couple lines is your hook. That's what you want to
Yeah.
do for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question. Really good. I think I guess it's thinking of who your audience is, what you want to get across to them, you want them to know about you. I mean, what you're going to present to an audience of if you're a musician may be different than if you're a bunch of engineers. But what do you want to get? Think about what you want to get across. What's the message? What you want them to perceive of you as much as possible, and that's how I see it. It's got to be strategic thinking about what's the brand that I want to present when people look at me when they see me on there.
Oh, and then
Okay.
Jonathan, does that answer your question?
Yeah, so basically like whatever basically yeah, honesty with about like giving like the type of work either you're going into or what or the field I should say you're going into or currently doing, but obviously but as professional as possible, but making sure it matches who like your I'm guessing by your target audience, Brian, I'm guessing you mean like your follower connection. Sorry.
Yeah, your followers, or what's the image that you want to give? I
Yeah,
mean,
connections on LinkedIn. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is an old one, but years ago, people used to have say, be careful, especially a lot of people used to put images on of themselves, drinking or doing some other, partying. And is that the image that you want to give off if you're on your work time? I mean, because if you're hoping to get through to HR, that, you might want to share that with your personal friends, certain things that your personal time, but you may not want to get some of that on if it's on your professional image that you want to project. So think of what's the image that you want to project and what you want to get out there, because that's what people are going to remember you for.
Just think
Mm.
of
Save all
Cash
the
Patel.
drinking.
Think of Cash Patel and what's happening to him right now for being in a locker room with the hockey team, spraying beer everywhere.
That's
You
true.
know,
That's true. That's widely
boom, he's the
publicized.
director of
Everyone
the
thinks of that.
FBI, and he's in there spraying beer everywhere. And now he's regretting everything.
Oh.
Like,
And then one last thing as well from the chat. there is one more question from Ranvir. If you are looking for a summer job, what's the best way to find a job for the summer?
Are you asking me or everybody?
I'll throw it out to everyone. I haven't
Yeah,
been looking for a summer job in a while. So, I don't
right.
know how the market's changed and
Yeah.
how it's been
Yeah,
going on
it's
with
been a
summer
a
jobs.
lot of years since I've done
Yeah.
that too.
How is that going for everyone? Who is interested in a summer job? Brian, do you have any ideas for that too?
Again, I mean, it's going to go back to what we've discussed already several times. It's reaching out and talking to your friends, your acquaintances, people you know, your professors, or if you're in school, if you're later, people you're going to be meeting everywhere, reaching out on LinkedIn and seeing and posting on your Facebook if you're willing, on your Instagram, going out there and talking. It's just kind of a summary of everything that we've talked about for the last hour or so.
I
And
think
it
this was
depends
a
on
fantastic
the
hour.
job that you're actually going for the summer. You know what I mean? Whether it be like landscaping or something with your technology, you know what I mean? So you like landscaping. I see it all the time. People on Kijiji, you know, and they put an ad out that they'll take care of someone's yard or whatever and contact me and we'll discuss the cost or whatever, give you an estimate. You know, stuff like that. Like it's very basic.
Even
Stepping
on
stones.
Instagram, like few pages, they are also posting for summer jobs, like they're hiring and
Yep.
everything.
Be online too. Because a lot of things are online. A lot of things are
Yeah.
online. So you be online, be in person, be outside, be visible, right? The grand scheme of things, entirely. Be
One other
visible.
idea, this goes for this for everything. Even if you see a job posted, you say, "Oh, I really want this job. I want to post it." Go, if you haven't already, go to LinkedIn and see if you can introduce you to someone at that company before you fire off your resume right away. Hey, I'd like to, I see that you're working at this company. I've always had an interest in your industry. I have a background in this. I'm interested. I'd love to speak to you for 5, 10 minutes to get your insight about working in this field or in this industry. Would you be available this week or next week to meet for 5, 10 minutes? Something like that.
And Jonathan, I see your hand up one more time. What's going on?
I think he
Yeah,
left.
I was gonna say, I know, yeah, obviously the big thing, speaking about numerous times, yeah, networking, on, LinkedIn, after you accept the connection request, reach out to them in their LinkedIn messaging. I get that. But I would say though, given from speaking from experience, but basically that I would say though, I do think that's a good idea. Don't get me wrong, but it is important for everyone to bear in mind that. Unfortunately, some people are just gonna like basically like ignore, you when you even go reach out to them, even if you're,
Yeah,
even if you're respectful when
yeah,
go to them and all. So it's something to bear in mind that it could how do I phrase it? Like yeah, well, yes, it is good on one hand. Also bear in mind that it also can be it can for those it can also lead to being it can lead to be almost as stressful as like the other ways where you apply and ghosted is the term I'm looking for. Sorry, because that's in a way kind of like ghosted, like not ghosted but so or similar to ghosted, I should say, because it's like no response back. Just like when you ghost after you submit a job application, no callbacks, don't even tell you, oh, if you pursue, you don't even get a response if you made it to the interview or whatnot, So it's just something to bear in mind that could happen, not always, but it could. Yeah.
Well, and I think what you're saying, Jonathan, we can't take it personally. Not everybody's gonna say, "Oh, hi, Brian," or "Hi, Jonathan," or "Hi, Mark. Thanks for calling me," or sending me a message. That's just part of life. It happens in the real world. It happens when, your friends that you or new friends that you make. Not everyone's so opening, but it's gonna happen here too, and we can't take it personally. It's
Yeah, that's
easy.
a good point.
Yeah, we just have to move on and say, okay,
Yeah.
I'll move on to somebody else.
Now,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you've ever done a
yeah, no, you
sales job before, like that's one prime example of that because you're gonna get burnt by probably 90% of people that you meet when you're doing a sales job. But
Oh
you just
yeah,
have to
I've
speak to
heard of
those
that.
1% of people and really get that connection. And that's where you get your sale. That's where you sell yourself at the end of the day as well, in terms of the recruiting and job hunting aspect of it all. You don't need to
You're gonna
be
hear
there
no
for
a lot.
you're gonna hear no a lot. It's gonna
And you're
happen.
gonna hear that sound click. You know what I mean? Like it's inevitable,
It's
especially
inevitable.
sales.
But
Oh,
you
Like
know,
how many people call your phone? You're like, I
yeah.
don't want to answer this, or I'm not interested. You know what
Hmm.
I mean?
stay
You do it
consistent.
yourself.
Stay
Yeah.
consistent. That's the way you achieve. You stay consistent, you keep going, and you persevere at the end of the day.
And that's a recurring thing every week is consistency, consistency. Just stay on it, right? That's you got to create that rhythm. You got to get used to that routine and keep moving and then build on it.
And Brian, any final words from you? We've gone a bit longer than I usually meant to go, but any
Oh, poor
final words
Addie.
from you, Brian?
I think it really important that we all dig in within ourselves. Know, even when you go through these challenges, to be resilient, because sometimes things don't go the way we want. But even when they don't go the way we want, we have to recognize, hey, I'm going to have challenges. Maybe today or this afternoon or this week didn't go as well, but things are going to get better. It's not always going to stay the way it is if there are challenges. And if I keep on having that plan and being open to work on that plan, make changes if necessary, but be focused on moving forward. And, if something doesn't work out, say, hey, that's okay. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to get to the next level and I'm going to develop the strategy for my project. My project is to help myself to move forward.
And in my final words, and thank you so much, Brian, for that. But in my final words, I just want to say, I've spoken to job seekers. I speak to job seekers all the time, right? Maybe 90% of the people I spoke to last year who kind of felt like they were losing hope and all that, they all have jobs now. Almost every
Right.
single one of them found a job, found an opportunity. And it's not because they sat down and gave up. It's because they
Yeah.
kept trying and they kept
Because
trying to
they
meet
found it.
people and they
They
Yeah.
found it.
found it, which means they were looking for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So even when those days are bad and you think, oh God, things are terrible, it's going to get better. I mean, you just have to believe it. Everyone, I think it's a good point. Everyone that I've worked with will get a job, even in the most frustrating times. And oh my God, what's going on? I'm not getting anything. They will land, and they do
Always think
land.
it could always get a lot worse.
Yeah.
No matter what, there's just always something that could be worse than the situation you're in.
At least you're searching for the job. And then, hey,
Yeah,
gonna land that opportunity. And you never know. You really never know. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank Brian especially
perfect.
for
Thank
joining
you.
in.
Thank you.
Brian's information's in the chat for anyone who wants it again.
Hmm.
And thank you so much,
Yes, thank
everyone.
you very much, Brian. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
That
you.
was
Thank you
awesome.
all.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Fantastic information.
Mark,
Thank you,
you're a
Brian.
great host. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you,
definitely.
guys. Hope
Take
you guys
care.
have a
Bye for
wonderful
now.
rest of your day.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.